Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A mother's heart is the hardest thing you'll ever come across. Her nurturing love will make you feel super soft. I don't wanna ever see you when it's sad. I can't stand the thought of seeing a mother sad. When they took her kids, it tore her apart. For the first time in her life, she was absent of heart. Not knowing where to turn, she buried her head. Is she alive or is she dead? This mama choices she had to make. This was hard for her to do, just to stay awake. Her heart was crumbled, felt no more. Then she heard a loud knock on her door. Sam knows what it's like to be destroyed. It's a feeling that hides behind a noise. She recognizes that you need help. Sam brought you some love for you to feel. She will pick you up, so here's the deal. The first step you must trust is a must. My name is Sam, and me you must trust. Now we can start this journey. Take a breath and wipe away your tears. Make sure now you're all ears. You need to hear the sound of your heart, so you know you're doing your part. Sam's healing journey is for all in pain. She is doing the stuff till she's no longer ashamed. She holds her children in her heart. She misses them so much, just like you. Sam does what she needs to do. She's giving up her pain to stand by you. Make sure you listen to what she says. She's truly helping you instead. Together we will all get a bit better. Do what you love, maybe knit a sweater. We all need to heal the way we can. So join this healing journey with Sam. We've got the love, we need it. Sam's got the heart, you'll feel it. Let's heal together. It's our journey here with Sam. It's our journey here with Sam. Yeah. Yeah.
Parents who've lost time with their children carry a unique kind of pain. This is Heal with Sam. This space is for parents healing from CPS trauma and ambiguous grief. Dealing with CPS is the hardest thing a loving parent can be forced to do. In a system that isn't designed to protect, but to profit, it can feel like you're going crazy. Join me in a conversation of self-discovery tools, self-care strategies, and empowerment techniques to help you overcome the challenges of life without your children, heal from trauma, gain clarity, and strength.
Are we ready? I'm Sam. Here with Sam's Heal with Sam show. Hello, John. Welcome, welcome. So, I'm a mom who is healing from ambiguous grief because I no longer parent my children. I had my termination of parental rights 3 years ago. Um, Throughout my CPS case, I could sense that CPS agency was not on the up and up. The investigator, my caseworker, I could the way the court would go in the beginning, like I could sense that there was something wrong with these people, but I didn't realize that my own attorney wasn't on my side. I didn't realize that they weren't fighting for me. I didn't realize they were informing me of my rights. I didn't realize they weren't even submitting evidence. So I trusted my court appointed attorney, and that's how my story ended. Was at the beginning of my termination of parental rights trial, my attorney coerced me under extreme duress to voluntarily surrender my rights, something I had never even thought about doing. So I'm here after a TPR healing with you guys. Hello, Hubert. John, hello, Sam. I saw you in the chat from Henry. That was exciting news. I was on Henry's show. I was there tonight, the show just before this one. And then I saw a TikTok live today that was exciting about Darren's new app he has for parents with open cases. It may be for parents fighting CPS. That was very exciting. It was a good energy and much needed. If I knew then what I know now, I think that I would have been able to save my family. So I love that Darren and we're all able to get the information out there. Let's see. Um, yeah, I thought that attorneys had like a moral obligation, like ethical code that they had to like defend every client that they had. I had no idea that someone's attorney could be giving them the wrong advice. When my attorney took me into the hallway, as soon as my trial began, she called for recess to coerce me to surrender. She said, "If I loved my children, I'll do it." And the hallway was literally spinning. Um, she made me feel like I had no other choice. She presented no other path for me, and I had just completed my case plan. Like I had options. I had a chance of winning possibly. I was terrified going into the trial, but I was I don't really want to say confident, but I was hopeful. And then I didn't even have a trial. As soon as we stated our names, who was there that morning, my attorney immediately called for a recess, which surprised me. And then we were in the hallway for 30 minutes while she was coercing me. So that's what brings me here. Sam, you can type in what the name of Darren's app is. I don't know the name of his app. I know it's going to be available on his website, www.cpsbreakingnews.com. He's putting the finishing touches on it now, so it will be available on the CPS Breaking News website. Exhilarator, I don't know if that's the name of it, but that's the word that was being thrown around and on TikTok Live today. I'm not sure the name of it, but if you go to his website, you'll definitely see it. sometime tonight. I can't wait. It's exciting. Hey, Chris. I don't know how to type anything in, by the way. I rely on Darren to do all that for me. I don't know how. I don't think I'm able to. But www.cpsbreakingnews.com. I'll be there checking it out myself. Me too. I think that a lot of cases will start to be dismissed. I think that a lot of cases that extend will end in reunification, for for anyone to get to say, "Hey, I was a part of that, or I helped with that." You know, that's what I talk about on my healing journeys. You know, how to heal. Advocating and helping others is a very effective way to heal, and so that's really awesome. It's gonna help others, and it's inspiring, and it's awesome to this time without our children. If anyone out there doesn't have your children with you, then you know how it feels to think that when you are in reunion, that they can look and see what you've done, that that you thought of them, that you were still fighting, and that that you never gave up. The system may have failed our families, but we never gave up, and that's powerful. And it's going to help a lot of families with cases. I'm very excited too. You found out your case? What do you mean, Chris? You have a court date? Did they return John home? That's what I'm hoping for. But we'll have to catch up. I didn't hear from you this week. Oh, it was Thanksgiving, wasn't it? I'm glad that's over with. I know, John, she's got us all here on the edges of our seats. That was negative of me. I shouldn't have said I'm glad it's over. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and ate lots of turkey. I was starting to dread the holidays, and so I decorated a pink Christmas tree. I have a pink Christmas tree. I've never had a pink Christmas tree before, but pink makes me happy, and I wasn't feeling real happy about the holidays, and I want to be happy. And so I was like, I'm going to do a pink Christmas tree. And so as we speak, I have a pink Christmas tree in my living room. It's real pink. And so that makes me happy. So it puts a positive spin on the holidays ahead. I'm going to make it through. I'll share a picture of my pink tree with y'all as soon as I get my tree skirt put on. There's a lot of lies in your case. Yep. I hope that all that comes out. CPS likes to sweep things under the rug that reflects poorly upon them, and I like to shine lights on those things. So it sounds promising. I really hope that it is. Right now, your main focus is reunification. You know, proving CPS lies and is corrupt will come. I think your focus probably should be on reunification. That baby boy, all baby boys need their mamas. I don't know, my judge maybe don't have license to be a judge. Oh, is that the oath? They never, is that what you mean? Because that's going on here in my county. Assigned oath. But it's my understanding if a judge never did the official oath, then every decision that they've made since on the bench is like null and void. And I've never seen that transpire. That would be quite interesting. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. The oath of office. Thank you. Yes. All I can remember was oath. Yes. Um, our current judge in my county, which is in Florida, and we're a pretty large county. We have one judge. That blows my mind. Every CPS case in my county goes before one judge. I can't wrap my head around that. Like, how is that even fair? This one person decides every removal, every TPR or reunification, this, place with family, place in foster care is all decided by one man in my county. That's crazy to me. When I had an open case, there was at least two, which still isn't enough, but yeah. But the one who is in our county right now, I can't find his oath of office. Um, I'm thinking that there isn't one. Is it? That's good. That's awesome. I got a good feeling, Chris. So does anybody have a feeling word before we get started? One feeling word. Somebody asked me that earlier today and I said delightful. Um, I'm excited. We just said we were excited about the new app at cpsbreakingnews.com. I think I'll go with that for my feeling word. Anybody else? How are you feeling, Chris? Are you getting excited and hopeful? Or frustrated and frustrated? Well, you're probably feeling grateful then that your friend is helping you, I'm sure. Two different names. Go get them. I hope y'all get them. Mhm. Well, because I watch Ancient Aliens, I know what Lemurian is, but I don't know the Lemurian song. Is this like a song on YouTube? Happy, good. I like happy. I like happy. I realized a few years ago that happiness is a choice. I never knew that. My whole adult life had been ruled by my emotions. I used to be very emotional, and my emotions totally took over, but not anymore. Happiness is a choice, and my emotions no longer control me. And it's a much more peaceful life that I have. So I have a checkpoint checklist kind of thing for everyone today. I love that, Chris. I'm glad, happy. And where's your mom? I can't believe your mom's not here. Her word must be tired or busy, huh? Tell her I said hello. So I have a checklist, and it's a checklist for parents who don't have their children, and whether their case is open and they're fighting, or they've had TPR and they're still fighting, advocating. Um, Usually, after termination of parental rights, a parent's fight becomes more about or more against the system for systematic change. But whether you're fighting for your family or you're fighting for all families, um, those are both great things. And I have a checkpoint, like a checkpoint checklist kind of thing to make sure that there's balance. Balance is always what's best, right? So, for example, you're advocating, you're fighting. Um, is it empowering for you or is it consuming you? And so I have a list of some ways to check that. Um, are you is your advocacy coexisting with healthy relationships? Are you healing and resting and growing? Do you have moments of peace? Are you building your future regardless of the outcome of what you're fighting for? Do you respond calmly, respectfully, and strategically? Are you healthy? Are you aligned and connected with your higher power? So, those are some checkpoint questions you can ask yourself along the way to make sure that your fight is empowering for you versus consuming, which we'll get to in a second. You got, oh, it's on YouTube. Okay. And believe it or not, those talks are real from before Genesis, are real and will come to the light. Um, Let me write that down. I love that Lemurian song. I listen to their language on YouTube. Um, it's in a couple of the meditations I do. Light language, I think it's called. And it's kind of cool. I was born with this knowing that there's something greater. We'll say God, we'll call it God. I remember being a child and just knowing things. I remember being a child and seeking the truth, and growing up, that truth was the Bible. Um, Now my journey, the Bible is still my foundation, but there's other truths, actually many truths I'm learning, but I don't know. I've just always had a sense of something bigger, something something big. um, you got your present for your son. That is such preparation. I'm a last minute kind of person still. Good for you. Um, for the consuming checkpoints, some of the questions are: is every conversation you have revolved around CPS? Are you stuck in cycles of anger, obsession, and proving yourself? Um, have you stopped doing things you enjoy and being creative? Are you exhausted and do you feel guilty when you rest? Those are signs of consuming you. So you went shopping out of town, different town? This was the big shopping weekend. I hope you got a good sale, some good deals. I wonder what my kids want for Christmas. There's no telling. when my son went into foster care, this was 2021, I gave him an iPhone. And, I wasn't supposed to do that, but my son was going into foster care, and I had just given him the iPhone prior to foster care, like literally less than a week. And so he was so excited and proud about his iPhone, and this was at Christmas time. Um, it was sort of a Christmas present, but then it was also something he earned because he was being a good big brother to his little brother. They were living with my parents, and my parents are older, and so I needed them to calm it down, and I wasn't allowed to be there to take care of them. So I told my son, if you start being a good big brother, um, you can earn this iPhone. I think it was a combination Christmas present too, but he was so excited. So he had to go to foster care a few days after Christmas, and he took it with him, which I totally supported him doing that. And he got in trouble. It ended up in the caseworker's office. I was a little bit aggressive probably about demanding it back. It was just such an emotional time. It was a horrible time. And then when we got to court after that, it was like March, but that was my next court hearing. The judge sentenced me to 10 days in jail for contempt of court for the cell phone. So my last Christmas gift to my son cost a lot, but I wouldn't change any of it. I had to turn myself in. It was awful, awful. She she sentenced me to 10 days. She gave me 30 days to check myself in. She didn't like send me to jail right that second. And so on the 30th day, I went and turned myself in. It was really hard. And 10 days is not a long time, but it felt like it over a cell phone because my son was in foster care. But I didn't complain. Like I did it very gracefully, you know. I was like, "Yes, ma'am," and I did it, and I thought it would earn me points towards reunification, but it didn't. It seemed like my case was predetermined before it even started. I hear a lot of parents say that. Mine definitely felt that way. Mm. Only one thing. Something that keeps coming to my awareness is our higher consciousness meeting our children's higher consciousness. And so I was sent a journal prompt today. If my higher consciousness were to meet my children's, what would I say? And I have that like written in my journal, ready to write. Um, but that's like the third time that that's come to me. I was doing a meditation where that came up. Yeah. And then I had it in a dream, actually. Me and my kids were talking and reconnecting briefly, but we weren't here. So I was like, it just it's a very whimsical dream. So I think there is some truth in that though. And I think it can be very healing for parents to believe and to think and to practice connecting with their higher consciousness because that bond between parent and child is very real. Um, so I like to think it's possible. I like to send out loving vibes to my children and just radiate like peace and comfort and unconditional love. It's good stuff. I don't know where 3 of my children are, but I did see a piece of paper where they were adopted, and it was on the same date. So that leads me to believe that my 3 children are together, that they were adopted together, which was not comforting in the moment because in the moment I was going to reinstate my parental rights. So it was very disappointing, but quickly after, it was very comforting to think that 3 of them were together. I was surprised because the last time I saw them, they were not together. Um, but to see their adoption papers were on the same date, it led me to believe they must be with the same family, and that's good news. Darren's AI is gonna be called the CPS Punisher, so that's easy to remember. Darren's new product that he's launching tonight, on his website is called the CPS Punisher. So that's what you'll be looking for to help, from what I understand, to help guide you, to let you know what you should be expecting from your caseworker, from your lawyer in court, informing you of your rights, writing motions for you. That's was my understanding, and so I can't wait to check it out and give more of a hands-on type of feedback, but it sounds, like we said, exciting. But it's called CPS Punisher that Darren made. It can only be done by use of a polygraph on you to find that you told the truth. But they haven't done the polygraph. Unconditional law that Trump made, um, and had documented in Wiki. You put the link in Henry's chat. You can put it in here if you would like to. My children were removed our second day at the homeless shelter. And I went to the homeless shelter like as a strong survivor. Like I went there for these resources I was promised that I'm skeptical if I would have even gotten, but who knows? My kids were taken the second day. It was a family centered homeless shelter. So when my kids were removed the second day, I had to leave. But I'm pretty sure homelessness is not a lawful removal. I didn't know that at the time, but I definitely knew that I was a victim and they were treating me like I was a criminal. I knew that. And then the next day in court, they didn't tell the judge I was a mom who, was protecting her kids because being at the shelter away from my abusive ex. And I was, I had plans for our future and was taking steps for them to happen. That wasn't told in court the next day. The exact opposite was told in court the next day, and lies. I didn't even know they were talking about me at first. I had no clue because it wasn't me. That wasn't my story. But it's the story they told the judge, and no evidence was required. And so this big, huge lie was accepted about me as a mother. And I never had a voice, and I was very angry about that. They painted me out to be a horrible mother, actually. and my poor kids were the victims in it all. All of our children are. That's why we're all here, right? Hi, lovely ladies. I love that. Lovelies. I am currently going through a CPS battle. If my kids are ordered adopted, is it too late to get them back, or can I ask that the judge review the case due to my attorney not defending me? Um, I definitely don't give can't and wouldn't give legal advice, but my experience was I had 30 days to appeal the decision. It might have been 14 or 15 days. Um, if it's been a year or more, you can most states allow you to reinstate your parental rights. So if it's a TPR that well, you said they're already adopted. Hold on. Sorry. If my kids are ordered adopted, adoptions are really hard to overturn. That's where I'm at. It's very rare, but it's not impossible. I think you're saying they've been adopted. That's exactly where I'm at. I was planning to reinstate my rights or petition to try to. And when I went to do that this year, I was told they were adopted, and the grief, it hit me all over again. And now I hate adoption. I'm on social media, anti-adoption, abolish adoption, but that's just how I feel. I can feel how I want to feel about adoption, and I don't like adoption. I hate adoption actually, but that's where I'm at. So, um, if you, um, let's see, um, if you go to our website, there is a new app chat bot thing called CPS Punisher. And if you download that, you can ask that question and get not only an answer, but like the steps to take, motions to file. But if the children have been adopted, it's very rare, but not impossible, especially if the adoption occurred under um, false. I can't think of the word. Y'all help me. Um, Unlawful. Can't think of the word. Violation of due process. If you can prove those things, it could help have it overturned. You are what's best for your children, so that's a great question. Asking the judge to review the case, you probably would want a higher court to review the judge. As John says, unconstitutional. My attorney didn't defend me either, so I filed an appeal within the right amount of time for ineffective counsel. And it was denied by the same judge overseeing the case I was appealing. So I don't think it was a fair appeal process. I filed my appeal, ineffective counsel, in a timely manner. There was no hearing. I just got a letter in the mail saying denied. And it was by the same judge for the case I was appealing. So that seems like a conflict of interest in my story. But I know the feeling of your attorney not defending you. I know that feeling. I trusted my attorney. I didn't learn my rights. I didn't learn the law. I sat back and let and depended on my attorney. and it's probably the biggest regret I have. Did you have any more questions? My attorney didn't defend me either. There was so many, I mean, my case could have been dismissed. Oh, this is what should have told me, and this happened in the very, very beginning. When you have an open case, the parent has to plea, has an arraignment, and I told my attorney immediately I wanted to plead not guilty, and my attorney wouldn't let me. That should have told me right then and there. But my children had just been removed. I wasn't myself. Okay, so I have to give myself that grace. Now, if that happened, of course I'd be all over it. But I had just had my children ripped from my arms, so I wasn't myself. But I told my attorney immediately, "I want a plea. I got my plea, not guilty." And my attorney was like, "Well, that requires a trial afterwards." And I said, "Great." And they were like, "No." My attorney said that only 4% of parents win that arraignment hearing. Not arraignment, adjudication, I think it's called. And so my own attorney was like, "No, only 4, you only have a 4% chance of winning that. So, no, you need to plead no consent." And so I did, and I did not want to. That never sat right with me. My attorney didn't defend me either. My attorney should have took every allegation and proved it false, you know, or at least brought up the fact that they had no evidence. But destroying my family was their solution. Hey, Justine. It's always good to see you. We're talking about advocacy tonight. Um, advoc- Advocating is a path that a lot of parents take on their healing journey. Um, I guess you would call him the producer of CPS Breaking News. He is launching an app, a product for parents tonight, and it's to help them with their cases. It's very individualized. It's very specific to each person. It's like having their own real, advocate or lawyer or something that they're not going to get from the system. So we're all excited about that launching tonight on his website. And so I have a checklist for parents who advocate, a checkpoint. Is this healthy and empowering, or is this consuming me? So we had went over that tonight. That's all. Than I did as an incarcerated person. Oh, you had your kids removed, and 2 months later, the father of your kids committed a really bad crime and went, all is said and done, ended getting more rights and visitations than, oh, hold on now. You're the father who was incarcerated got more rights than you and more visitation. But that felt very personal. And that makes no sense. It's like they knew that an incarcerated person had no chance. So they're going to follow the rules for him. But you who had a chance, they have to create obstacles for and make feel like you're that big. And then once they make you feel like you're that big, they kick you even further down than that. Mm-mm-mm. We were also talking about attorneys failing us. So many resources for people now. I know. If I would have had something like that's being launched tonight, it would have saved my family. It would have. I depended on my attorney. And if I would have had a tool like this that would tell me my rights and what to expect from my attorney, and I could have like that little checklist. Oh, my attorney isn't doing this, this, or this, but I had that information. It could have saved my family. But yes, at least the information and resources are there now. And so much has changed just in 3 years. So it may seem like it's slow. Well, it's been 15 years for you. So that is a long time. But at least it's happening now. His rights weren't terminated until 6 months after his case went to trial 3 years later. He got visitation that long. I've never heard that story, Justine. Justine and I have been in a group together for over a year now. It's called Bellas. I recommend it for anyone whose child is being parented by somebody else, for any mother. Right now it's for moms, but they are very open to having it for dads too. There's not as many dads speaking yet about their CPS injustices, but there will be. They're coming. The children are coming too. The children are starting to speak out who are exiting the system or who were adopted. And I think that's very powerful too, and it's going to be more so. The children are coming. You know, it's powerful when you see someone advocating who has never had their kids in a system. You know, our society narrative right now is us CPS parents are incredible, credible. So when you have a parent whose children haven't been involved, or maybe an adult who doesn't even have children speaks out, it's like they are heard. And I think when parents who had a case but reunify, they're heard a little bit more. But when I see, and I often see adults, young adults who have exited the foster care system or who were adopted, when I hear them say, my mom was a good mom and I was put into foster care, like those voices need to be heard. And the society really needs to um, listen to that, ears, eyes wide open. So all of it's coming. The truth always comes to light. At least we can help save others' families from destruction and kidnapping. Absolutely. What once may be personal revenge, on our healing journeys, it becomes a personal mission for all families, to make sure they don't experience what we do. Absolutely. Um, some advocating for some people, you know, that it looks like legislative reform. Advocating for some people looks like educating parents, spreading awareness. Advocating for some parents, you can study to become a parent advocate, um, or you can just guide moms who've been through what you have been through. So there's lots of ways to advocate. Thank you. My social media TikTok has become a wonderful community of moms with stories like mine. And I've just switched to YouTube. I don't talk about it a lot. I love every time you give me the prompt to mention it. I love that. Thank you. And everyone, if you don't know, you can find me on TikTok at Sam's Healing Journey. I've been there 3 years, making videos, sharing my story, giving tips, spreading awareness, and creating a community of people with stories like mine. There's about 8,000 of us right now. And I just shifted to YouTube a month ago. And it's such an agonizing slow start, but I'm consistently uploading 2 videos a week. I'm going to stick with it. I know that there are more moms than I even realize out there suffering in silence, not healing, drowning in guilt and shame. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I'm trying to reach more moms through YouTube to create a community there. And that YouTube channel is Heal with Sam. And I write blogs on Darren's website, www.cpsbreakingnews.com. And I attend Bellis every week. If you're a mother without your kids, I recommend Bellis. That's where I know Justine from. And that is mybellis.org. Say, Darren, what about a real polygraph app for the phone? Is there not one? I'm surprised. And if you meant this show, Justine, here on CPS Breaking News, this is my 3rd solo show. It's new to me. Practice makes perfect, right? I appreciate your support and you being here. You're the best. All of you. I appreciate all of you. This is new to me. I feel out of my element, but I'm showing up because I care. I am showing up because I care. And because if I can heal, you can heal. I think Darren asked me to be here because he knows I'm committed to my journey and your journey and helping moms. I know that's why he asked me here. So I'm new. I'm still trying to fit in and find my groove, my flow, but I will. And so I do appreciate every one of you being here. When I get more comfortable, I want to start promoting it more and having new people join us. We welcome everyone. So that's all in the process. I'm working on it. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Darren must be busy. Sometimes solo work is great. Okay, Justine, we'll switch places, okay?
Hey,
Darren.
Sam.
Hey, Darren.
What's going on?
We wanted to hear just a little bit about it. It's called CPS Punisher, right?
Yeah, the CPS Punisher.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
On TikTok Live, I heard Exhilarator. I got confused.
Yeah, people were throwing up names, but yeah, that's so I've been working on it forever. And this thing will tell you I'll tell you this, that the AI says this. It says that this thing wipes out Westlaw, it wipes out all of the other AI things that there are. Has Supreme Court cases, has court cases back to 1774. I have the Bible in it. It has Parents Patria. It has every source of any sort of parenting, anything that they have is in this thing, and it uses that to analyze your CPS case. It finds your flaws, it finds the violations, and it'll give you a comprehensive analysis of what is wrong in your case. It tells you how to defend it. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I tell them too? I'm very bad at technology. I cannot hardly work my phone, but I got on that app and it was easy for me, and I don't even barely know how to text. That was important for me because I'm like, I know nothing about computers. They frustrate me, and I could navigate it. So that means if I could navigate it, anyone can. That's what I feel like you guys needed to know.
So that's good and heartening right
Is
there.
it for closed cases also?
It's for you use that thing for whatever you got to use it for. It will tell you what
Okay.
you need to do. It'll tell you
It
everything.
blew my mind. Yeah, it blew my mind.
So it has judge research on it. It's you know what, Sam, I'm going to send it to you right now so you can mess with it, and you can because you'll have full access to it right now while we're getting to spit it out and have it come up. So I will send you a link to your email right now, and then you can go ahead and tell me what you think.
Okay.
Love you too. So let me just get this here. But yeah, I mean this thing, and it's so. Here's the thing: is it's there's 3 levels. There's a free level, there's the premium level, and then there's like the the kitchen sink level. Which even at the kitchen sink level, the prices aren't. So the free level gets you 3 document uploads. It gives you analysis and things like that. So you'll be able to use it even if you don't. Then it goes to the next level, which is $40 a month. But like I said, this thing outdoes Westlaw. It outdoes all of these things. You get so much information in this thing for being $39.99 a month that you probably would only need it for a month. But I mean, it does your case timeline. It does your cases together. It generates the documents for you that it finds in there. Like, it's just crazy. It has every CPS policy in it. It's just nuts. Everything that you need to fight CPS and then some is in this app. And of course, it's for educational purposes only.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
And it's state specified also. It has each state's, right?
Yep. It has. Yeah. So you'll go in and then you'll put what state you're in. And then when you enter for the analysis and everything, what you're doing, it'll match it to your state's laws and rules, policies, procedures, and all of that stuff. So it's not like it's a big, balloon.
I've seen chatbots that will help you with one specific thing, like an affidavit of truth or just one specific thing, but to have one that helps us with all of it. Thank you.
Yeah. And here's the cool thing too. I added a thing to it. So it even actually makes a podcast about your case. I mean, I know that's like the new hip thing. So I added that to it too. So you can actually listen to it, and it's all ADA compliant. So, if you have issues, that are bothersome, reading and writing and all of that stuff, it does comply with all of the ADA stuff, colors, everything does. So that is there for you too.
Family court, or is it just CPS dependency court?
It will branch out to the family court thing. It'll branch out to all of it. Because the AI stuff learns as you learn, and family court and CPS court, they're one and the same. We are adding more and more features to it, like, because I was talking with someone today and we were saying, like, criminal is running hand in hand with CPS now. So we got to have some sort of aspects to the criminal side of things to be in this, so that is going to be coming down the road. Court watchers is a big thing that is being added to it as we speak. Things along those lines. Like, there's so much more that can go to this thing.
How to advocate.
Right. Like, there's just so much, like we were talking about having, like videos on there so you can do this. We have, I want to add it. We got a lawyer today that signed up with our, a constitutional lawyer that signed up with our group today. That's going to be like I guess pretty much an on-call attorney for us.
The system went after her and like totally took her life because she wouldn't be a part of the trafficking.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but she got hammered down by the system because they wanted her to be a part of the trafficking, and she wouldn't do it. So they stripped her of everything, and now here she is on this side of the fence fighting. So that's cool. So she'll be now assisting us with this. We have other attorneys too that are helping us with this. it's a really cool tool that I wish I had, and I wish that you had it when this all started.
Me too.
You know, there's so much more that's going into it. So like I said, and then like I said, so there's that, the 39, and then there's the 99.99 one that's just, I mean, everything you can imagine, and then some. I mean, pretty much it even puts you to bed at that point. You know, says goodnight to you, kisses you on the forehead, and you know that's it. Um, but there's room for everybody to use it, because I know that not everybody here is, you know, fortunate enough to even be able to spend $39.99 a month. So it's not like the free version is stripped down so much that it's not worth it to you. You know what I mean? So that people will still be able to access a lot of the good stuff from it. They just won't be able to get everything. And, you know, like we kind of got to do that too, to keep this thing working. You know, for years we've been doing what we've been doing, Sam, and you know that. And this is a way that we can kind of try to get better by bringing in money, you know, and, you know, because all that's going to do is make us bigger and better.
Your void, I
so
never say it right, your void ab initio path, like if a parent finds themselves heading towards that, is it there to support them along that possible journey?
Yes, ma'am. Sure is.
Okay.
You know damn well that's in there, Sam. Come on, I've been fighting that. I've been saying for years that that's the key to all this.
Yep.
So yep, it's right there. You'll see when you use this thing. I'm
Okay.
trying to log in right now.
I know it.
You'll see.
I know it wasn't available to you, but for your daughter one day to say, "Hey, my dad did that." That's
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep, and I did it for
That's
her.
the ultimate
Yep,
fight, right?
that is. That's it. You know,
Yeah,
and that's
it
why I
is.
love doing this stuff, because at the end of the day, you know, she's already at that age where she could search, and if she remembers her last name and everything, and she, you know, there's no way that she's not going to know that we weren't and aren't fighting for her. You know, because I mean, how are you going to hide that? You know, like that's the whole reason I started doing this to begin with, is to make my presence known big enough so that she'll always know that we always fought for her. You know, there's no way that
Dedicated,
she
yes,
can't.
sir.
There's no way that she can't think that. You know, like if she, of course, my blunders come up in the Google thing, which hopefully goes to slide away soon. But you know, the rest of it is all me looking for her, and that's why I've done what I've done. So, and Sam, your kids probably think the same with you. I'm sure that they search and they see you doing this stuff, and they know it's all about you. You know, so that's cool.
My oldest is 13, so that day should be quickly here. If, like I said, if not already, but I hope they would reach out. But either way, it's coming. Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, this is just the true testament. And this is, I mean, it's not that you're doing it because you don't care, for sure. But, you know, at least they know that we did, you know?
Yes. And they would
So,
want me to help others. So it's good all around. Well, I'm done here. Thank you.
All right. Cool.
Thanks. Yep.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm out too, Sam, and I will email you the app. And thank you, everybody. Look for the stuff. It's going to be good.
Good night, y'all.
All right. All right. Well,
A mother's heart is the hardest thing you'll ever come across. Her nurturing love will make you feel super soft. I don't wanna ever see you when it's sad. I can't stand the thought of seeing a mother sad. When they took her kids, it tore her apart. For the first time in her life, she was absent of heart. Not knowing where to turn, she buried her head. Is she alive or is she dead? This mama choices she had to make. This was hard for her to do, just to stay awake. Her heart was crumbled, felt no more. Then she heard a loud knock on her door. Sam knows what it's like to be destroyed. It's a feeling that hides behind a noise. She recognizes that you need help. Sam brought you some love for you to feel. She will pick you up, so here's the deal. The first step you must trust is a must. My name is Sam, and me you must trust. Now we can start this journey. Take a breath and wipe away your tears. Make sure now you're all ears. You need to hear the sound of your heart, so you know you're doing your part. Sam's healing journey is for all in pain. She is doing the stuff till she's no longer shamed. She holds her children in her heart. She misses them so much, just like you. Sam does what she needs to do. She's giving up her pain to stand by you. Make sure you listen to what she says. She's truly helping you instead. Together we will all get a bit better. Do what you love, maybe knit a sweater. We all need to heal the way we can. So join this healing journey with Sam. We've got the love, we need it. Sam's got the heart, you'll feel it. Let's heal together. It's our journey here with Sam. It's our journey.